us lovers under the stars. Civilizations raging afar.
All right, guys. We're going to do one more, babies, tonight. All right, here we go. We're jumping right on in, guys, because my camera tells me I only got a certain amount of minutes that I can film. Oh, my God. Anyway, so we're gonna Wix. All right, we are gonna Wix, baby. You ask yourself, what the fuck is Wix? Yeah, trust me, I ask myself that too. No, we're gonna Wix, baby, and what Wixing is is mixing two concepts together. That's what Wixing is. Mixing two concepts together in a way that it fits. Okay, that's called Wixing. That's by the way, that's in the alchemical language. I'm sorry. All right, I am a psychic, remember, guys, and I do dabble in this shit from time to time. Oh my God, Wixing. If you didn't learn anything from this channel, from this video today, or now or whatever, now you learned a new term. Okay, it's called Wixing. That's when you mix two concepts together to come up with something good. All right, like a piece of gold, maybe. I hope. Oh my God, Master Nature, why are you always playing with them? Because they don't believe I'm a real psychic. That's why, guys. Master Nature. Well, they think you have spirit guides. They ain't stupid. Well, that's a good point. You're right about that. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't self-deprecate so much, right? Right? All right, guys. Anyway, that's Wixing. Mixing two concepts together to come up with maybe some gold. All right. Or so $5. All right, baby. All right. Tyrone, you know what we're talking about. Oh, fucking hell, guys. We're already off the tracks. So I wanted to qualify. First, I wanted to qualify the stalker thing with Dylan, okay? Again, this is all my theory, opinion, speculation only. Education purposes only. All right? Fair use. This is just my theory. All right? I'm not presenting anything as factual unless I'm taking it from the actual documents. Remember that. And I don't have to say that either. So, I'm just saying, because it's already in the documents. So I'm not making it up. All right? Oh my God, I love you guys. You guys have the patience of a saint. I tell you what, my garden. That's why I love you guys, because your patience is out of the world. You have more patience than I ever would in my life. But anyway, I love you. That's why I love you guys, because you're the best. And that's why I said I'd take my garden in any battle any day and win. All right, like fucking I don't know, the greatest conqueror you can imagine. That's my garden. All right. I don't care about anybody else's fucking garden. All right? Nope. Because I don't care. Because my garden supersedes. Doesn't matter. Now you can say, well, Master Nature, you can't. Don't do that. No, I'm saying this is a battle. This case is a battle. All right? And no. Now, I wouldn't take you guys into battle to be hurt. I'm just saying, metaphorically, my garden's the best. That's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't take you in a battle to get hurt. I mean, geez. Unless it was like a Monty Python film, Anyway, where were we? So I wanted to this, Christ, if I don't hurry it up here, it's going to be another 30 minutes. So I wanted to qualify first the stalker Dylan, okay? I'm not talking about her following her around buildings and shit. Like stalking her. No, that's not what I mean. No, not that stalker. I'm talking about the kind of stalker who is jealous. Like, not every stalker is going to be jealous, guys. Remember that. Not every stalker is doing it because they're jealous of you. No, that's just my play in this here. So, that's the wider picture. Right? That's good structure and foundation. Not all stalkers are jealous. Remember that. And that could be a counter argument to this, by the way. So think about that. You can't overlook the counter arguments. Never. But anyway, right? But in my theory, jealousy is the motive. So this stalker-ish, stalker-like type of thing I'm thinking about with Dylan, it's going to relate to jealousy. That's why she's going to be stalkerish. I should say stalkerish. She's jealous of her. So she's scoping her out. She's checking her social media. Maybe obsessively. Who knows? But that's the kind of stuff you would expect to see, though. You would expect to see some overt, or no, not overt. Some overzealousness to Kaylee. That's what you would expect to see in that behavior. Think about it. Stalkerish, female to female, stalkerish behavior. And what you're going to see, guys, you're going to see an over-exaggeration. That's a good way of putting it. Of admiration, of love, of, false trust. You're going to see an over-exaggeration of that to her, to Kaylee. That's what I meant before. Not the male, I'm following you around fucking buildings. No, not that. I'm talking about this. My over-exaggerated affection for you, which isn't real. Because I'm jealous of you. I don't love you. You know? I don't love you at all. Stanley the twink, right? Remember, Stanley. Remember, Stanley the twink. Remember. So, you're going to see that from Dylan. You're going to see that. And you probably already may have. You just don't know it yet. Think about it. Maybe in some interviews. That maybe some of the parents alluded to. Her. And once again, guys, the most overt thing that we know about the over-exaggeration of behavior of affection, love, whatever, to Kaylee is her going out of her way and driving 1 hour and 40 minutes to visit. To, again, invite her to some insignificant fucking party that nobody knows about. To be a +1, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous why you would drive that far to do that. Think about it. Why would you do that? I mean, especially when you're on your fucking phone 24 hours a day. Like texting people and social media. You don't use that mechanism? No, you don't, do you? That's your fuck up, Dylan. Dylan, that's another fuck up. I'm sorry, but you fucked up quite a bit in this fucking thing. That's one of the fuck ups. That over-tipped your hand. Because you're the prime and you're jealous. And you over-exaggerate your behavior to Kaylee. And this is the proof of that. This doesn't make any sense. Now imagine you're interrogating her and you ask her, Dylan, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you drive 1 hour and 40 minutes out of your way when you could have just called or texted her to come to this party with you? Now, what are you going to say to that? What can Dylan say to that? It has to be something extremely special or extraordinary. Like, you have to have some real good reason for that, I would think. If you're a cop, if you're being interrogated and people are looking dead in your face, you know, like looking to eat you up, like if this was a real investigation, again, if this was a real investigation, what would Dylan say to that? You know, what would you say to that? Well, it was something I couldn't say over the phone. Right? Well, it was something I couldn't text. It was that personal. Right? What how would you answer that question? Without coming across as like, no, that doesn't work. You know? Oh my God. But again, I don't know if there's a real investigation. I don't think so. No. But anyway. Hey, we're playing in a rabbit hole, all right? You're down with me in the wonderland, okay, baby? No, but I'm just saying. That makes sense, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it? This whole thing I just showed you, that makes sense, especially in the over-exaggeration of behavior. And that driving to her house, inviting her to some stupid party, no. That is an overt sign of stalker-ish behavior. And that goes to my motive, which is jealousy. But I am going to over-exaggerate and drive to your house, which is really stupid. Right? Guys, yes. So she's a stalker, guys. Not in the male to female sense, the traditional sense, but she's a fucking stalker. But with this particular stalker, her motive is jealousy. Other stalkers don't need that. Other stalkers don't need jealousy to fuel them. This one did. This is what fueled it. And guess what else helped this? When she drank, 15 fucking liters of alcohol, whatever it was. Yeah, that loosened her up, didn't it? It loosened her up a lot. In fact, it loosened her up so much, she ended up participating in unaliving some of her roommates. That's how much it loosened her up, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Yup. Prove me wrong. Hey, if I'm wrong, baby, I'm wrong. And when it all comes out in the trial, and it comes out, it looks like, man, hey, BK really did do this. Well, guess what? Then I eat shit. You know, that's why. Okay, but until then, I'm sticking with this. All right. Yeah, I think so. Can you see that, though, guys? Does this make sense, though, to you? That's the question. Does this, everything I showed you about Kaylee and Dylan, would that make sense to you in what I just presented? Isn't that bizarre, right? Right. You already understand this. I'm just trying to say that feeds into my stalker thing with her. She's the prime. Always the prime. Stalker. Yes, she was. Yes. And it's not traditional. It's I'm scoping out your social media. I'm checking in on your friends. I'm keeping tabs on you. And it's going to be through social media and shit like that. Okay? Yes. And then, because I'm the prime and I'm psychotic or something, right? I'm going to tip my hand inadvertently. And I'm going to, from the very get-go when I meet you, maybe a little longer because I have to feel you out a little bit. But it may take me, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks to peg you. Maybe a couple weeks. I don't know. But I'm attached to you, baby. I'm attached to you. I'm attached now. Now you can't get rid of me. Right? Just like my spirit guides say to me, Master Nature, I wish I really could get rid of you. That's what they tell me. I say, well, thanks. I love you too. But anyway. Right? I wish I could I can't get away from her. Kaylee's thinking probably herself. I can't get away from her. Christ. You know? I can picture that. Can you picture that? Can you picture Kaylee and Dylan being like, man, I want to get away from her as fast as fucking possible, for Christ's sake. She freaks me out. Because guess why she freaks me out? Because she over-exaggerates her expressions to me all the time. And it creeps me out. It does. It fucking freaks me out, guys. Her over-exaggeration of expression and her behavior freaks me out. It freaked Kaylee out. Well, I bet it did. Bet it freaked her the fuck out. I would guess it would. Now, did she have that same effect on Bethany? I don't know. She might have. I'm not sure. That's another good question. How did Bethany feel towards Dylan? Huh? Was she creeped out by her? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe all the girls were creeped out by her in some way. I don't know. But for some reason, the Prime attached like a little alien suction cup to Kaylee. She attached herself to her for some reason. I don't know why. Jealousy is one, but why? Why? What makes Kaylee so special compared to the others? Why Kaylee? What is it about Kaylee, her life, that the Prime has to attach to? I don't know. Don't know yet. Something in there, though. There's something big. There's something there. Enough so that she attaches to her. Yeah. Yep. So I hope you get what I'm saying about her stalker behavior. That's what I'm talking about. I think that makes sense. Makes good sense. Yes, it does. It fits, doesn't it? It fits her personality of what we know. Not much, but of what we know. Fits. Yes, it does. All right. So that was one concept. That's the stalker concept that I wanted to qualify. And now I'm going to put it together with this other concept. All right? And this one is obvious. And here we go, guys. All right. Remember, what's the theme of this? It's called Wixing, guys. Remember that. So the second theme that we're putting into the cauldron, and it fits now, doesn't it? It fits. And this isn't some grand revelation. Let me tell you. It's not some big bomb of anything, okay? It's just some aha moment in my head that I'm just dreaming about. No. It's just like, in my head, this makes sense. That's all I'm trying to present to you. And you guys have probably already thought about this. I'm sorry if you did. And I'm not trying to, waste your time. But I'm wixing here. That's all I'm doing. I'm just wixing. But that fits the targeted attack bullshit, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And that's obvious. That fits the targeted attack bullshit that MPD was playing ping pong with. Remember, they were playing ping pong with, well, it wasn't targeted. Oh, yeah, it was targeted. Nah, it wasn't really targeted. Ping pong, back and forth. Gee, we tell the media this, the media reports that. Then next day, we're like, nope, that's not exactly what happened. Okay. Fuck you, MPD. Again, you don't know how to do an investigation. You fucking whatever. I'm not going there. That's not the point of that video. That's another video. that's another 18 videos. But anyway, no. That fits, though, why we would say it's a targeted attack. And maybe that was the correct assumption all along. It was targeted. Yes. By Dylan. The Prime. Yes, it was targeted attack. Fuck yeah. That fits. That's obvious. I'm just saying. That's a real obvious one, guys. I'm sorry. It's a real obvious one. to throw in the cauldron. But I had to because it would speak to targeting. It would, because she's the prime and she targeted people, especially the one she attached to. Kaylee, that's who she targeted. Okay? Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Again, until something better comes along. I'm sticking with that. Until something better comes along. Like a real person that has like footage of Brian entering and exiting the house, not a coked up fucking DoorDash driver, who's I don't know what her deal is, but Jesus, I wouldn't trust her a million miles when I'm sitting on a jury. Would you? No. Like, who's this person? Where'd they get her? No. And none of that shit. No, but that fits the targeting theme also. Yes, of course it was a target. It was somebody, because Dylan's the prime. Yeah. And her target was Kaylee. And you know how I know that? It's because of her over-exaggeration of behavior. That's one of the things that fucks her in this case. In the real investigation, that fucks her. Because that's over-exaggerating my behavior for some reason when I don't need to. It don't make any sense. Right? She tips her hand. Yeah. There's a few other pieces. There's a few other, places in this story where she tips her hand. Nobody notices. Well, they do notice. You guys noticed. But I'm saying, if this was a real investigation, she tipped her hand about, if I had to estimate right now, of places that I've seen, she must have tipped her hand about, I don't know, 5 times, at least. Anyway, I'm leaving it right there. Hey, the big takeaway from this video is you learned a new concept today called Wixing. I hope you like that one. That's from the old alchemy text, baby. Remember, the old alchemy text. Remember, you can't get them anymore, okay? Remember. Now, there may have been a reprint, okay? A reprint in like 1958. But ignore that because you can't get them anymore. All right? They're ancient texts, guys. All right. Anyway, I love you. Love my garden. Listen, beautiful lottery winnings tonight. I hope for all of you. Hey, fuck the dreams tonight. Just win some goddamn money. All right? I love all of you guys. Love all of you. You are the best garden in the world. Like I said, I would metaphorically go into battle with my garden against any other garden. I'm not pitting garden against garden. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I have the best garden in the world. All right. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Civilizations raging fun, and the ragged dawn breaks on your battle scars as you walk home cold and alone upon velvet green.